Hello, my name is Jim. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This video will be a short update to my Victober experience. October is a month when many booktubers celebrate Victorian literature. I'd love to be able to tell you that I finally finished Dombey and Son, but that's not the case. I'm up to page 502. Florence Dombey's daughter is bonding here with her stepmother. It's a fascinating read, but Dickens being very wordy, it's going to take me a while to finish this. I did finish one piece of Victorian literature this month, albeit much shorter than Dombey and Son. This was Oscar Wilde's The Canterville Ghost. This is the story of an American family who buy an English mansion. Now, the mansion comes complete with its own 16th century ghost. The ghost has terrified previous owners, driving some to suicide and others to madness. But it's no match for these new, brash American owners who revel in their Republican ideals and their modernism. They're not going to let a little ghost scare them away. And they have all these proprietary brands like Taminay's Rising Sun Lubricator to oil those clanking chains that are keeping them up at night. The ghost is no match for this brash American family. Oscar Wilde's prose is very simple but very magical, full of his dry wit and many observations about Americans. Oscar Wilde makes a witty observation. We have really everything in common with the Americans nowadays, except, of course, the language. This month, I'm hoping to read some of the diaries and letters of the pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood. Now, Dickens was not a fan of the pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood. In his Journal of Household Words, he was very critical of their exhibition. He was particularly critical of Milay's painting, Jesus in the House of His Parents. Dickens wrote, "You behold the interior of a carpenter's shop. In the foreground of that carpenter's shop is a hideous, wry-necked, blubbering, red-headed boy in a bedgown who appears to have received a poke in the hand from the stick of another boy, with whom he has been playing in an adjacent gutter, and to be holding it up for the contemplation of a kneeling woman, so horrible in her ugliness that, supposing it were possible for any human creature to exist for a moment with that dislocated throat, she would stand out from the rest of the company as a monster in the vilest cabaret in France or the lowest gin shop in England." John Everett Millais was following the pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood's credo of being true to nature. He didn't use professional models. The carpenter's shop was based on a real carpenter's shop in Oxford Street. He paid meticulous attention to details, and whilst Dickens may not have been a fan of the finished work, I am very much a fan of Milay. I visited the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam when they had a special exhibition of Millay's paintings. Finally, for Victober, I picked up Jane Eyre by Charlotte Brontë at Tbilisi English Book Swap, which I told you about in the last video. I haven't read any Charlotte Brontë. I've read her sisters, Anne Brontë and Emily Brontë, but I've yet to read any Charlotte Brontë. The Victober read-along is Shirley, but I think I should start with her most famous novel, Jane Eyre. And that, said the cat in the hat, is that. If you like this video, like and subscribe below, and I will see you in the next video.